Hey everybody, this is Derek. I want to address an issue with our project for the forms coming up. This is a new situation that it's coming up on Project 11. Now, this just changed with Bravenet, which is a form generator. What's happening is that instead of providing you HTML code, which would be quite lengthy, it's now just providing you a JavaScript link or plug, basically an element to put into your page. So what that means to you is, so you're going to be building a nice little web page like this. And what you would normally have is a set of code that looks like this. This is what it looked like on the page, but the code itself would be in a form over here, and this code would be provided to you, and you would copy all this code from the Bravenet. It would generate all this code for you once you laid out basically the form the way that you want. So you would have quite a big, lengthy piece of code. So for instance, all of this code here would be generated, and you would then insert that code, well, into your web page like I have right here. And then that would make a page that looks like this, where you have these forms. Well, Bravenet is now basically, instead of doing that, it's giving you a form generator like so. So you can add the content that you want, radio buttons, checkboxes, by dragging it over. So if I wanted to put another text box in, I could drag it over here, give it a title, you know, my new text box, whatever I want it to say, whatever the title needs to be, and I'd hit save, and it would now be over here. And once I lay out the form like I want, I have my form titles. I can name it whatever I want, you know, and I've just called make a new form, but I can change that. My submit options here give a display, go to a thank you page. I just put in, this would be another page that you generate a page on in your website itself. That would be a page. I just have it linking to my my class page, actually to the form itself, and it'll send out an email saying that thank you for submitting the information and those kind of things. And once I've filled out all of these and I make any changes, I get the code. Now I have three options: JS embedded, I mean JavaScript embedded, which gives you this piece of code right here, which I'm going to be using. A link, which could be a link like you would use as an anchor, or you know, a normal link to it. And then typically you would be able to get the HTML, which would be that big piece of code that I showed you earlier. Well, that is now, as of right now, this wasn't a problem in the spring. You generate this JS code. So I'm going to say I want this piece of code. I'm going to copy this. And so as I go back to Dreamweaver here, I have already laid out a page like I had done. So instead of putting that text, that form text here, I simply paste in that little piece of code right there. And when I do, my form pops up over here. It pops up here. So when I save that and I open this up in my browser, let me so when I open this up in my browser here, so here is just on my local machine. that form pops into the page, and here it is. So here are the things that I've added. So it fits nicely into this particular project without having to add all of that code. And as it's formatted, it looks quite nice as is. So these things work. So let's say if this was my code, I'll put in my name, whatever I put in here. I'll say that I found it just through luck. I'm interested in coffee specials. I'm going to say don't contact me at all, and I'm going to say I'll just put in an address of 12345 Nowhere Avenue. All right, and when I say submit form, it will show me what it is that I am submitting, and then I'm going to say submit. And then it takes me to the link, which was the link to this particular project. But what I want you to have is like a thank you page. Not only that, it sent me an email. It'll send me an email saying that we received we received it. Here's my email just popped in. And it says, thanks for your interest in, well, it says digital media and that sort of thing. So that was something that I had set up beforehand. So this code is actually quite nice. It's a lot less to see on a page, and it does the same thing. So I want you to use that. It's actually a lot nicer than it was in the past. So give it a shot. If you have any trouble, let me know. Like I said, this is the very first time that I've had to do this, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful and didn't provide too much confusion.